also in like America, like showing the work, like Jackal.
Yeah.
And probably ZD as well, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Well, he's a secondary wolf, right? ZD.
Yeah, because he's more of a fox. I don't really know who, if Larry's more, I don't know how he considers himself. Does he consider himself a wolf main or a Falco main or like a co main? I don't know how it goes. But his wolf is one of the best to ever do it regardless. As you can see here, he's up to 74% on Yese. And he could honestly take the stock if he gets the down smash. And there you go, he gets the down smash and takes the stock.
First set we get to watch here with Larry Lurr, and he already got a 0 to death as well in the process.
Flawless play from that first stock there.
We're definitely seeing that NA factor right here, the top level gameplay on top of that, and he's still going at it. He doesn't give Yese the time to breathe at all. But Yese finally responds back with the Nair, gets a chance to play neutral again, and Larry Lurr just patiently plays around the Yese's options, just taking the time, but Yese responds pretty well, getting a neutral interaction win with the forward air, and Larry Lurr still going at it though.
Yeah. Larry's punish game is really impressive. He won neutral twice and then took a stock and 70%. You can also take a stock again. Once you get off ledge, or get back to stage 2 after making off ledge against Wolf. Oh, really aggressive Wolf Flash gonna get him. Take Yese from one side of stage to the other, and then using that stage control to take the stock with a back air.
Oh, it was a really good upbeat from there from Larry Lurr as well. Just using the hitbox to make sure that 2-frame doesn't happen. And then, oh, is this a chance for the Yese? Oh, unfortunately no 2-frame. Oh.
Just reset the situation.
Yeah,
there you
good
go.
punish.
So
actually, the patience is showing off right now for Yese.
He is a very patient Palutena.
But like Larry Lurr is now stacking up that rage, 150%, and we know that Wolf has these suicide confirms that can just like take Yese's life like as he's speaking right now. But Yese is still holding on to like his stock currently, making sure he takes the little damage as possible. And he's still playing neutral wonderfully right now. He's actually keeping up with Larry a bit. And wonderful response to the dash attack from Yese. That little bit of damage there is a little tricky right there. And Larry Lurr responds immediately saying, no, you cannot do that. You gotta play seriously with me. You're my prey right now. I'm hunting you.
Yeah, Larry let him have one. Somehow he said he's hunting Yese down, and he's not gonna relent now. Look at how much damage he got from like basically one neutral win, man. Oh my god, 120%.
130%.
He's trying to end it all there. Not gonna get it just yet, but the Wolf up B is gonna take a lot of percent. It's looking like this game one is curtains, but Yese doesn't want to be counted out. Looking for the footstool out shield, but not actually getting it. Still going for the up B regardless. That was such a weird kill screen there with that back air. Trading with the Nair, but it's a trade that Larry will take every single day of the week.
And we've seen the trade happen a lot more often as well. He just stuffs out the Nair with the Wolf backer big hitbox that he just stuffs out and kills as well on top of that. It's a really great decision making from Larry Lurr on that side, just to disrespect the match out of disadvantage and make sure that he learns to not mess with Larry Lurr's Wolf like that.
Yeah. And if you're Larry, the risk reward is like so skewed in your favor there.
Yeah,
you could, when you're a stock ahead and your opponent's a kill percent, you can just throw out a kill move in a spot you think he's going to be, and if it trades, like it did there, you win the game. And if you miss, you're hard to whiff punish, and you're still a stock ahead.
And not only that, but also the fact that Yese is throwing out a multi-hit that gives him the opportunity to throw out a disrespect as well. The trade is so worth it. It's just like perfect decision making by Larry Lurr. I would call it optimal if anything as well. Now obviously he has the top level status to show optimal stuff as well with Wolf as he's doing right now. But currently we're on Yoshi's one Palutena's better stages, surprisingly enough. But I would assume that Larry Lurr has confidence in Wolf here as well.
Yeah, you'd imagine so. Those narrow blast zones on Yoshi's gonna lead to maybe you're not gonna die off the top that early, but the fair bear is gonna be so potent on this stage. I don't know. Yes, I am a big fan of how he plays. He's very patient, his punish game isn't amazing, but his neutral is really strong. But when you're getting out damaged in such a way, you have to win neutral so much more than you would normally. Your punish game has to match Larry Lurr's, and it's kind of hard at the moment because Larry's getting one hit and taking it to 100.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine it's also kind of demotivating to experience that as well as a player. Like knowing that you're doing well in the neutral, but your damage output is not comparing at all. In a way, it's like facing a mountain, right? Like you got to climb the mountain instead of like fighting someone else as a player to player. And Yese is still holding up well regardless of that because he still has like 90% on Larry Lurr right now. But Larry is holding on to like the pressure right now, not letting Yese breathe. Yese got to match out his advantage finally. Now it's going even up again. Great response by Yese and Larry Lurr both. And yeah, it's back to neutral again.
Yeah. Yesei is struggling to get the kill because he's not really, he hasn't got a hold of Larry Lurr's like habits in this advantage. Wolf has so many options with his drift, and it means that Yesei is throwing out area, like moves to cover space, but Larry's just not in that space. He's just so ambiguous with his drift, and it's really hurting Yesei because he's not getting the damage he needs. He's not getting the stocks, whereas Larry is getting one hit and taking it all the way to the bank. Backtrack's not going to kill. He's going to look for a way to take the stock, trying to poke the shield with the up end, but Larry staying calm and composed, holding shield, and somehow finding the back air. He was on the other side, and it still hits. I cannot believe it. And Yesei is down 3 stocks to 1 at the moment, Bravo.
Wasn't a tree with a dash tackle policy of anything as well?
You can't
I've never
do
seen
that
that before.
You normally can't do that because it's in, like, there's armor, or there's intangibility, or trample even. I can't. Normally, it just wins everything. Wins every time.
Right, but it's like invisible in the arm, so it kind of makes sense. But you never see that coming, if anything. Yesei finally taking the stock as well. But Larry Lurr has such a huge lead right now. It's like a full stock, and he's probably going to chip on extra damage in the process as well, which plays it safe. But Yesei has different answers right now. He's just like getting percentage in, but Larry Lurr finds a way to disrespect his advantage state and get back to neutral again. It's
consistently like 2 hits from Yesei. He's not getting enough to bring back this deficit. He's got a strong advantage state going here, just keeping Larry in the corner. Mistiming the down tilt on the regular get up, gets forward air, and that advantage is already gone. Finding a forward air, trying to get a lot of pressure. He sends off stage, resets the situation. Is he going to be able to find a stock? Not just yet. A lot of damage coming up, taken on Larry Lurr though. Not getting the up air though. He's still relenting. He's actually doing quite well with this punish. Can he continue to get the stock? Once again, it's Larry's drift, making Yesei go all the way in and then drifting all the way back to skip back into neutral.
Excellent viewing from you, Focus Miss. I definitely saw a little bit of that as well, but like you definitely brought it like properly as well, like just showing us and the viewers as well how much that means in this type of game as well, just to make yourself ambiguous as possible. And Larry Lurr is just showing like the profits of that by having such a lead right now. But Yesei finally takes the stock, tries to go for the back air read, unfortunately not working out. Yesei is holding on as much as possible right now, making sure that he tries to keep it up even and trying to get the percentage in at least to even it up. Unfortunately. He was a good 2-frame by Larry Lurr, actually.
Yeah, that Anto is one you don't really see normally, but it's a lot faster, and it was enough. You just needed a little tippy tap of the toes to take that